Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to Against the Public for August 25th. I'm Dana Lane. Today we're going to go through my top Major League Baseball free plays as we stuff just a little bit more bankroll or money into your bankroll, and that should pump you up a little bit more for next week's massive schedule in college football. And of course, we're ending the preseason week 3 today. We got WNBA, we got Major League Baseball. We are going to be all locked and loaded up on the website. After I finish the show, please go to Pickdawgz.com. I'll have my NFL preseason plays. I will also have my premium Major League Baseball and WNBA selections up on the website. Jump on my single plays or my 3-pack for just $49.99. And of course, every individual play and every 3-pack always comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. You must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. In addition, guys, there's only one way to get every play that I release, and that's to simply become an all-access member. And I can't thank you enough for all the people that have this past weekend. And I hope I rewarded you in college football day one, a perfect 3-0 record. And I told you guys, be there from day one. Well, we just swept the board on Saturday. So we're going to look to do that again next week. Thank you so much to everybody who put their trust behind me this weekend. You can get that 30-day pass for less than $11 a day, the 90-day pass for less than $10 a day, or just get that annual all-access pass that gives you every play I release for one low price over the next 365 days. Over 4,000 units of profit, and the NFL and college football combined last year started things off with plus 300 units this year, so we're off and running. And again, thank you so much to everybody who put their money behind me this weekend. Okay, let's get to your free plays for Sunday, and I got to tell you, I'm a little bit under the weather today. I don't know why. I had a good morning. The afternoon was okay. And then this evening, not so great. So I appreciate you bearing with me and sticking with me through this. But still, the amount of work still went into every one of these plays. So remember, these are probable pitchers. So please confirm before placing your wager. 1:35 Eastern Time, we'll get things started. 9:03, 9:04. Cincinnati Reds against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates and the Reds minus $1.10 each way. 9 over minus 15. Carson Spires against Luis Ortiz. Bettors are torn on this game a little bit. 51% of the money are on the Reds, but 73% of the tickets are on the Pirates. So that must mean we have a pros versus Joes matchup here with professional money on Cincinnati by a smidge, but the public is overwhelmingly on the Reds. I'm a little bit more interested in the total in this one, where the pros and the Joes both think that this game is going to go over the total, which is good news for us because we're going to sit back and we're going to wait a little bit. We're going to wait until that first pitch because we're going to go against both of them in this game, and we hope that they drive that number up to give us the best number before first pitch. I haven't seen any movement on the totals, which just means there's small amounts of money. Even though the higher percentages on the total, most of it is smaller money, so that's not going to move the number right now. Carson Spires, 4-5, 5.43 ERA, looking for a bounce back outing after absolutely getting smacked around by the Toronto Blue Jays. He allowed 9 earned runs and 4 1/3 innings, and that's not the only start that the former Clemson star struggled in. Over his last 4 starts, Spires owns an 0-3 record, an 11.21 ERA, and in his last 17 1/3 innings, he's allowed 31 hits and 9 home runs. That is not good. None of those numbers are good. Luis Ortiz, we've talked about him before. He's a guy who started in the bullpen but was pushed into a starting role. Been very effective as a starter. Probably was full-time, the first week of June, and he's been very effective, as I said. He's 5-4 this year, a 3.56 ERA, 2-2, 3.36 ERA as a starter, but he's only allowed 38 hits in 52 innings, 84 in 101 innings overall, combined starter and as a reliever. Like Spires, his recent start wasn't very good, an 0-2. He also has an 0-2 record with a 6.26 ERA in his last 3 starts. And despite those numbers, if he just keeps the long ball to a minimum, he keeps the walks to a minimum, he's not really a guy that deals with consistent base runners, so that's a positive. So his numbers are not great, but not as bad. If you read into him a little bit more, not as bad as they indicate. So we all know this. If you have 2 pitchers, that aren't very good, or at least the numbers aren't very good. I think Ortiz is a little bit better. But the problem is when you don't have offenses that can take advantage of that. And the Pirates have proven all year that they can't be relied on to do their part to push games over the total. And the Reds lineup offensively are just way too inconsistent. Both of these teams have averaged a combined runs of 9 runs per game this year, and I think they're going to do that, or under 9 runs a game, and I think they're going to do that again in this one. We're going to go under 9 minus $1.05. Game 2. 4:07 Eastern Time, 9:25 and 9:26. Milwaukee Brewers against the Oakland Athletics. Milwaukee minus $1.25 on the road, 8.5 over minus 12. Frankie Montas against Joey Estes. This game's by. Sorry, I'm telling you, bear with me today. I'm a little bit dehydrated, a little bit off, a little bit. But we know that when we're dealing with an Oakland A's game at home, we're dealing with some weather, and this is no exception. Not as bad as in some cases, but gust is not going to be a factor. Wind gust is not going to be a factor until late in the game. But we are going to see about 11 mile per hour gust, and that's going to blow out to right field. Something to keep in mind if you're betting in game. It does look like the money line is solid, so get on this game now if you like. I don't think it's going to move that much. And no matter who is pitching, we know this. If you follow this game all season long, we know that the Milwaukee Brewers have been a friend to bettors for most of the season. 16.82 units won. That's number 1 in Major League Baseball against the money line. And just to give you an idea of how good they've been, the Arizona Diamondbacks are second, which is 12.19 units won. They're the best on the road with a 37-30 mark, 9.66 units won, and that's 4th best in baseball. They're best. The Milwaukee Brewers are best when they're on the road, betting on them as a road team. Their record is 4th best in baseball, just for clarification there. Frankie Montas, 6-8, 4.57 ERA. That includes his numbers with the Reds. With Milwaukee, Montas is 2-0, a 2.57 ERA, 17 hits in 21 innings. Pretty good there. Joey Estes, 5-6, 4.44 ERA. Been strong down the stretch. Has a 1-2 record, a 3 ERA. Even, has a hold to his credit against the Chicago White Sox. I think everybody does in baseball. Even if the starting pitching is a wash in this game, you have to be in the mindset of factoring in bullpens. And when you're talking about bullpens, we know Milwaukee's one of the best in baseball. Cincinnati certainly is in the bottom third. I'm going to take the Brewers here, minus $1.25. Very generous juice on this game. And then game number 3, 7:10 Eastern Time. 9:09, 9:10, Houston Astros against the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore and Houston, $1.10 each way. 8.5 over minus 15. Yusei Kikuchi against Dean Kramer. Kikuchi's 6-9 this year at 4.37 ERA to go with 161 Ks and 138 innings. That's very good. Since coming over from Toronto at the deadline, Kikuchi is 2-0 with a 2.42 ERA. Still has that massive strikeout to innings pitch rate. 31 Ks, 22 in the 3rd innings with the Stros. Former UNLV star Dean Kramer gets a start for Baltimore. He's 6-9 at 4.30 ERA. Kramer's been exceptional over his last 2 starts. He has a 2-0 record, a 1.50 ERA. But if we take a step back and go back to his last 5 starts, that kind of tells a little bit different story. He's 2-3 with a 3.95 ERA. Still a respectable ERA. So far, we see 54% of the money in on the Orioles, while 78% of the money is in on the over. Just 9 times have we seen the Astros money line between 110 and minus 115. And in those games, the Astros have won 6 times. Only 3 other teams have been better when using those parameters. That means a game that's real tight, and usually that also means that if Houston was at home, they would be the favorite in that game. Orioles are 20-19 when the number is between minus $1.15 and plus $1.30. Not very good there. They're a little bit into the red with that number. So we're going to take Houston minus $1.10. So that does it for your Sunday free plays. Again, thank you so much to everybody who got involved with an all-access pass this weekend and a season pass in college football, an NFL and college football season pass. All those are up there on the website right now. Don't miss out again next week. I also have my WNBA Major League Baseball premium plays. They will be up on the website shortly. Here's our Sunday free play recap. Once again, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh under 9 minus $1.05. Milwaukee minus $1.25, and Houston minus $1.10. That does it, mercifully, for today's show. Thank you so much for everyone who continues to watch on a daily basis. I appreciate everybody kind of bearing with me through this because it's been a long night. But for Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Sunday.